Mark, take it away.
Hang on, you're doing all three today? What does that mean, Jim?
Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Hello to the trick talkers and the um, Facebooks and whatever.
Why don't you just do the intro for the podcast?
Is it a podcast anymore then?
Kinda.
Not
Hey,
really. But
so
anyway,
hello and
welcome.
welcome to Horror Movies and Shit.
I'm
Go ahead,
Jim,
Mark.
and with me as always
But you're not. Jim?
is we're both Jim.
I mean, you've wanted to be me for a very long time, Mark. It's okay.
I mean, you've uncovered my dirty little secret. I've always wanted to be Jim Groves. From
Not really.
my youngest memory, earliest
Yeah.
memory, I really want to be Jim Groves. He is,
Interesting.
a mansion, um, he jet setter, uh,
What?
interviewer of celebrities. I mean, incredible.
I mean, we do have a few. I actually just reached out to another one. I'll let you know.
Is it Steven
See,
Spielberg?
it is not.
Oh, John
Finish
Carpenter?
video. No.
Oh.
Where
Roman
is
Polanski?
settings? No. No, Mark. I gotta set the privacy right because it always goes to private, and I don't want it to be private.
I think he's trying to tell you
Edit
something.
post details. There we go. No, why is it not? Anyway, Mark, how are you?
Halloween's over, Jim.
It is, unfortunately.
Well, Halloween's for amateurs anyway.
How so?
I live horror all year round. You get
Do
these
you?
tourists. You get these tourists at October who watch a couple of horror movies, but cool. But mm,
And here I thought you were gonna say make a smart ass comment about me being the horror.
not, I mean that's implied.
Is it? Is it though?
It is now.
Okay, fair enough.
So how have you been,
Anyway,
Jim?
I can't really complain. I've actually had some really good experiences lately. How about you?
Well, I mean, it's not that sort of podcast, is it? That's kind of personal.
It could be. We could make it that kind of podcast, but I don't think your heart could handle it, Mark, in your old age.
So,
Anyway,
Jim, I
so
wanted
Mark,
to talk about some of the things I've seen up front, which will have a nice segue into talking about some of the conventions that we've
okay.
attended. I don't know if I want to retread the whole Alien Earth thing. Did you ever watch any more of it?
Uh-uh.
Because I kind of went on a bit of a rant in our last podcast.
You
Um,
did?
it's just it's like dressing up. It's like dressing. Pearls on swine, right? So it looks nice, but
Yep.
underneath, it's just the really, really dumbly offensive. It's like the
Fair
writing
enough.
is terrible. The acting's okay, but like it just failed as an Alien series, in my opinion.
I
But
agree.
anyway, so I watched the first episode so far of Welcome to
Oh
Derry.
God. Yeah. Me
Did
too.
you watch it?
I did.
And did you like it, Jim?
No.
I
I'm
did.
still going to I'm still going to give it a shot, but I am not sold yet because of the deviation in storytelling. I really liked from the book and the 1990 series where it would go back and forth. And I'm not positive how I feel about it. So it just sort of had me in an uncomfortable spot. I don't really have a complaint about the show itself. It's
Can
just
can
that
hang on? Could you just explain what you mean by the back and forth?
sure. So it would switch between telling the story from when they were children to their adult POV.
It never went that.
Well, it did in the
But
miniseries.
no.
That's what I
This
said.
is one episode, right?
Correct.
In both the movies, one movie was the kids, and the next movie was the adults.
That was the remake, not what I mentioned, but go ahead.
And in the original, there was some of that, but it really was predominantly the kids in the made for TV one in the first, and then predominantly the adult actors in the second.
I like the back and forth in time.
But this is
But
not.
again,
This is a different story structure, right? Do you know what
right.
the story structure is?
I know it's 27 years before the two movies.
So they have, I think, 3 series lined up,
Yes.
which this is the 27 years before. So we're not going to get that storytelling arc
Right.
of kids to adults.
Right.
That's not what it is, right? So you can't.
Right.
If you expected that, I guess you could be disappointed, but that's not what it ever was. This is going back into the history in the book, right? So this was, I think this one's going to be about the Black Spot fire in the 60s.
Right.
Then the next season is going to go back another 27 years, just going back through the history of
Correct.
what happened in the book. So it's not the same arc.
I agree. And like I said, it has me in an uncomfortable spot because it doesn't feel like it's from the same universe, in my opinion, but I'm going to give it a fair shot.
I absolutely totally disagree with that. As far as like the new movies, I felt the first episode, the way it was shot, the way it was acted, all of it was very much in line with which would make sense, right? Because it's the same director. I don't know if he wrote or did some of the screenplay. I think he did the first 4 episodes or something.
Right.
But visually, everything seemed really, really like just a continuation from those movies. I was worried about it as far as trying to be a carbon copy of the movies with the kids that they introduced.
Okay.
I'm like you can't just like redo. Okay, this is a new Losers Club, right? But we're having kids that have very similar attributes to the movie. I'm like, let's not do this again. But the ending changed all of that, so I'm much more interested in it after the ending than I was. I enjoyed it while I was watching it, but that was in my head. I'm like, don't just retread the same thing, right?
And I do understand that. However, that was another departure from the story, right? Is with the book, Georgie was the only one that died. Where did you go? What just happened? What happened?
It said something disconnected, so I assume that's your side.
No, it's not. It just said Mark joined the stream. Anyway, so with the original, with the book, everything starts when Georgie dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here, it seems like all bets are off because they killed so many children in the first episode.
Well, yeah, spoiler.
I don't think that's a spoiler.
I mean, it's a brand new series, and people might have seen it.
The second episode's out. All bets are off, dude.
Okay, everyone gets like 1 week of non-spoilers now. Like,
I don't think that's a spoiler, in my opinion. You knew kids were going to die.
okay, let's not go into the details. Let's just go into
So that's
generalities of it.
that's my thing, right? Is it just it feels to me like a departure from the storytelling of the original. So it has me in an uncomfortable position. However, I am going to give it a fair shot. I will be watching more.
I think it did what it should have done, and even more so than what was shown in the movies, because you have to have this threat, right?
Right?
And it has to be. I think what they did was make it more palpable and more visceral. My
So
biggest like looking back on it, my biggest kind of like, huh, what? Oh god! Like, okay, so we have Mike Hanlon's grandfather, right? And
correct.
it's called the pilot, right? Because it's the
Actually, I
pilot.
think it's his uncle, isn't it?
No, it's his.
Is it his grandfather? Okay.
Yeah,
Do you know
uh,
who else it has in it?
Mike Halloran
Dick
or
Halloran,
Dick Halloran, yes.
who
Um,
is
from The Shining.
the Shining.
No, but I thought that the sequence where something happens to him,
Hmm.
um, I'm like, you're on an army base, right? It's the 60s. It's the whole Red Scare
Right.
thing. There was a few things going through my mind, whether it was, people that were already introduced using certain words as cover.
Right.
Um, but like you're on an army base in the 60s, it's just, I think this is set just before the Cuban Missile Crisis. And when that thing, they just run off, and you and your buddy just sit there going, wow, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? I'm like, you're on an army base. What the fuck are you doing? that that thing like did not make any sense to me. But other than that, and I also have to say, like, just in general, um, the quality of child actors in like the last 10 years or so,
Right.
uh, I mean, they're just phenomenal.
Because they're 30. It's the
Well,
hormones in the chicken, don't you know?
yeah, no, but really it is. I mean, all of these kids in this are very good.
Yeah.
They don't pull you out of it, because I think sometimes you get child
Uh,
actors which can pull you out of it. Some of that's the writing too, um, or maybe a lot of it's the writing. But I just think like over the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years, the level of acting in child actors is just fantastic in general.
I'm not a fan of the main character or what appears to be the main character from the first episode.
Okay, the acting, you mean,
Yeah,
or the
the
writing?
well, I don't know. I don't know yet if it's the character that I don't like or if it's the actress I don't like. I have to give it more time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
again, I'm going to
I
give it a
mean,
fair shot.
for the first episode, what I liked as somebody who's obviously watched a lot of horror movies and stuff. I
Not
like that.
you.
I think they purposely built something there and then pulled the rug under you, which I appreciated.
Fair. Fair enough.
So I watched that Alien Earth. I watched the new Superman movie,
I did also see that.
starring David Cornsweet, who sounds like that's his last name sounds like something that you could get in Kansas.
That's true.
So what did you think of it, Jane?
I'll be honest. I enjoyed it more than the Henry Cavill Superman. movies. While Henry Cavill is a wonder to behold, um, I felt that it did a great job of going back to the hopeful spirit from the original Superman film with Christopher Reeve. I appreciated the humor, and I just overall, I'm still not a superhero fan, so this is not a glowing endorsement, obviously, but I enjoyed it.
So obviously, and we had a James Gunn alumni on one of our previous podcasts recently,
We
and
did.
I'm generally a big James Gunn fan. Again, comes from trauma films, indie filmmaker. Fantastic that he's got to this level. Um, I had a lot of issues with this, and you could look at the character of Superman, right? Especially if you just look in the movies. People say he's like too OP, right? Way too overpowered. Nothing really like damages him. It's like takes like something incredible for him to get injured. This one he
Okay.
constantly had to be saved. I'm like, you're going too far the other direction. He's like kind of useless in this movie for the most part, and needs to be saved at multiple points during the movie. I think that's a mistake. There's also times where there's things going on where he seems kind of, I don't really care that, there's this major threat. I'm just going to sit here and talk or, go do something and make some sort of jokes while things might be happening. That's not Superman either. Superman will be there all the time, trying to save people. It felt a little too Guardians of the Galaxy aesthetically for me. That I'm just like sitting there thinking this is like, and I like Guardians of the Galaxy are great, but I don't know if that aesthetic fits Superman.
You're a much bigger fan than I am, so
But overall, I didn't think it was bad. But again, like I think it was a misfire. Like
okay.
they introduced too many characters too
I will
quickly.
give you that.
It's almost like what they did when they did the Justice League movie. But with the Justice League movie, I think most people would have heard of Wonder Woman and all these. Like I think a general audience doesn't know who the fuck Hawk Girl is or Mr. Terrific. That realize who the Green Lantern is, but I think they put too many of these side characters in right away.
Right.
And I'm not saying that you have to build it like the MCU because that takes a long time. And I think in general, most people know a lot of the main characters. So I think you could have had a couple of main characters in it and introduced one maybe of the side characters.
Fair enough.
But the side characters didn't, apart from Mr. Terrific, really didn't do shit in this. And it just seems like it was forced in. And tonally, it was all over the place.
Right.
Like I said, like he doesn't take things seriously. Then it's like, oh, he's like really downtrodden, and I actually liked him as Superman. I like Henry Cavill as Superman too.
Hey, Mark.
And again, yes.
Do me a favor and say hello to our friend Ryan from Sinister Scripts podcast. He's watching on Facebook.
Hey, Ryan.
Anyway, continue.
Now I've lost my phone. Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks,
damn.
No, but I think tonally, the Zack Snyder ones were too dark, where
Yep.
Superman didn't have that kind of like aura, the sort of all-American spirit, sort of where he came from.
Right.
But I think this one is a little bit too weak and not taking things seriously enough.
Maybe a little too adolescent. Things that he should have gone through as a teenager.
Yes. I think that when he finds out about what his actual parents were telling him what to do, it's like, oh my god, You're an adult. Like, it doesn't
Hey, Mark.
matter what they said.
Mark, please say hello to James Hill. He's also watching us on Facebook.
Hi, James Hill. Hey, James. I understand. But like, he's an adult, but like his parent, like when they finally decode what his parents were saying, what he should do, it's like it was so devastating. But you're an adult, you fucking grown. It's not like what they said determines who you are. It's
Right.
That was kind of weird. I did like Nicholas Holt in it as what's his face, Lex Luthor, but
Did not like Lex.
no, his motivations were very strange.
Yeah.
And what also, like, he's like so like trying to get Superman, but honestly, with him, what he was able to do and the resources that he could have, it's like he's already way beyond Superman's like power level, like
Right.
just what he can do. So it seems kind of weird that he's like that's the focus of it.
So
I did like
Ryan,
this. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I did kind of like the sort of, I don't know, people complain about like, oh, the PC shit and whatever. I did like the aspect about Superman being an immigrant because he is.
Right.
But overall, it just didn't gel for me, and I believe it didn't do anywhere near as well as they want to do. So we'll see how James Gunn's DCU goes from here. I don't know.
It's absolutely fair. So Ryan agrees with me. He doesn't particularly care for superhero films, but the horror lover in him loves the dark superheroes. I have to say that Brightburn did it fantastically.
Oh
That
yeah,
kind of superhero I can get behind. But
I mean
the
that's James Gunn again, right?
the general DC Marvel movies, I'm just not into.
Well, I mean, there's like the Marvel DC kind of like mainstays, right? Kind of the
Right.
X-Men and Justice League and all the main ones, but then you get like the sort of darker ones, like the V for Vendetta.
Never seen it.
You've never seen V for Vendetta?
No.
Fantastic, fantastic. Watchmen type ones. So I think there's room for
I
a
like
lot.
Watchmen
You could talk
TV
about
show.
Blade. You could talk about Spawn. You know, it's, what was the fucking crazy one in the 90s? Oh shit! Faust, the Love of the Dead. Have you seen that? That is fucking
No, I've
bonkers.
never even heard of it.
Brian Usna. It's fucking.
I'm sorry?
Nuts. Huh?
What did you say before you said it was fucking nuts?
Faust. You know, like
Yeah.
Love
But
of
after
the
you said Faust, Love of the
Love
Dead.
of the Damned or Love of the
Oh,
Dead.
Damned.
Is Mark Hamill in that too? Faust.
Ryan agrees with you. V for Vendetta is great.
Yep.
Again,
Love of
I've
the
never seen it,
Damned.
so Love of the Damned. Okay.
Yep, Brian Usna. Yeah, it's like nuts. It's really good. For like a B level schlocky Brian Usna comic book hero craziness.
Fair enough.
I only have
you
one
said
other
this
thing.
was a.
Yep.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, good.
Mark, my mother's watching us on Facebook. Please say hello.
Hello, Jim's mother.
Her name is Karen.
Well, of course it's Karen.
Ah.
Karen, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry-
anyway,
I'm
you were
sorry birthed
saying.
this person. What?
You were saying.
Okay, I just have one other thing to talk. Movie I've watched, and this is my segue, right? So, have you ever heard?
Let me interrupt you and do mine first, and then we'll do your segue.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago I posted that I just really had been let down by a lot of movies, and I was really looking for something that was really going to get to me, or whatever. So I had a director named Michael Cassie reach out to me and recommend this movie called No Tears in Hell on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
My mother said that was not funny, Mark. Anyway.
Does she want to speak to my manager?
I did start watching this film. The problem is I was exhausted the day that I watched it, so I only got about halfway through. But it's building to something, and I have to see what it's building to. Because it's about this serial killer in Alaska. He's got his mother. She helps him cover up his crimes, blah, blah, blah. But each death gets more and more intense and gets more and more uncomfortable. So it's building to something, and I have to see what it's building to. So far, I'm on board with No Tears in Hell.
So is it like from the serial killer's point of view, or is it like a police procedural?
No, it's from the serial killer's point of view.
Speaking about getting halfway through, I'm halfway through Sinners, which I've really enjoyed, and I haven't even got to the horror part yet because, again, it's like one of those starts off as something, ends up as something, right?
Sinners is a solid. It's a solid film. I don't understand all the accolades, though.
I'll have to finish it to see. So far, I even though it's not horror, I've been really enjoying just kind of the interplay between the characters and how they're written. So I've enjoyed all that so far. So unless the end is like really crap, I think I'm gonna really enjoy it overall.
Fair enough. Again, it's a solid film. It wasn't to me how it didn't resonate with me the way it did with most people. Like, it's a solid film. It's interesting. It's good. It's done well, but it's just not.
I think they've really nailed that period, though. Like, doing a period piece so far.
Sure.
I think they've really nailed that, which is an achievement upon itself.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Fair enough. Anyway, so now to your segue movie.
So there's a movie called The Fetus. Jim?
Yep. Yeah, there is.
Give me your thoughts.
I'm not the right audience for that film.
Okay. Just give your honest opinion, Jim.
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't see any comedy. I just didn't enjoy it.
So I watched this. Obviously, we had the director Joe Lamb on.
We did. Great guy.
A number of months ago. I watched it. It kind of kept me on that sort of. I wasn't sure where it was going, which I like.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's low budget, but it didn't really look low budget.
No, it's a well shot film.
Yeah. And again, Laura Lavera, excellent in it. Bill Moseley, great. You can obviously see the trappings of the low budget just with kind of the location, right? One location basically.
Right.
I didn't really know where it was going, and I kind of liked where it went.
Okay.
There's been a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's been a number of kind of killer baby movies, typically from the 80s. Overall, I thought for not even just for an indie movie, I thought just as a movie, right? I'm not gonna. I really enjoyed it all the way through. Now, I did think that the script needed some polishing,
Okay.
and I think some of where it was trying to be funny didn't land for me.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
Now, so the segue is, so we've been to some conventions recently.
We have.
We're going to talk about that. So I went to Spooky Empire this weekend. And
Hey,
Joe
I have a question for you, but before we get there, Do you have an autograph from Brad Lorry?
From who?
Brad Lorry.
Brad Lorry.
Loree, I think.
No. Who's that?
Okay.
Who is it?
Never mind. Never mind.
No, you can't. It's like me saying, do you have an autograph from Jimmy
I might be getting his last
Libbets?
name wrong, which is killing me. But anyway, go on. Continue.
Anyway, so I was at Spooky Empire convention this weekend, and Joe Lamb was there in the
Really?
vendor area, and he was obviously had his thing out for the fetus. So I went over and talked to him. He didn't really remember us initially until I brought up the whole thing about him getting very emotional about the Family Man trailer. And then he's like, oh, yeah. I have to say, he was a little downtrodden, I think, because I follow him and that movie on Facebook, that it's not got kind of to the heights that he wanted it to be. But I thought, like from my perspective, it's so hard nowadays releasing a horror movie. I'm like, you go to Tubi, you go to Fossum, you go to Plex, there's a million independent horror movies.
Right.
So I'm like, I really enjoyed it. And what you're doing is what I would do, right? You go on podcasts, you go to conventions, you do kind of that grassroots advertising, right?
Yeah.
And you talk to people, and people talk to other people about it, because otherwise it just gets lost. I'm a little surprised it's not, from what I hear, not got a little bit more picked up, just because Laura Lavera is such a hot property right now.
Right.
I will say I met Laura at Scaradise, like at the start of the month. And I asked her about the fetus, and she was very dismissive about it. I don't know why, and I told him. He's like, because she's like, oh, I didn't think that movie would ever get released. And I was talking to him like, that's what she said, and he's like, that's weird. I don't know, because I could understand if she put in a really bad performance in it or something that she wouldn't want to talk about it, but I thought she did great in it. So anyway, yeah, so I met our podcast friend, Mr. Joe Lamb. He was very nice.
So to answer your question, Brad Lorry was the Shape in Halloween Resurrection. What just happened?
So why do you bring that person up?
Don't even worry about it. You'll find out eventually.
Okay.
Okay, so to me asking, there's a reason.
All right. But you're not telling me.
No, because I want it to be a surprise.
It's not a surprise anymore now, I know.
You don't know shit.
Okay, so I guess that's the segue, Jim, into talking about conventions that we've been to recently.
Sure.
So
I want to talk. So this isn't a convention. It is a film festival. So I was lucky enough the weekend before Halloween to be in Madison, Indiana at Horror at the Ohio. 4, because this is the 4th year. When I tell you the setting for this film festival, it's an old brick theater. It's freaking beautiful, and the amount of detail that they put into constructing the props, because they had, not only did they have the film festival, they had a few vendors, one of which was our friend Michelle Fioropoli on Instagram. I got to go with Ryan. Michelle met us there, and we had so much fun with just the atmosphere and the community in that area. It was absolutely amazing. All of the movies did not land for me. However, one movie that did land really well, and I think you should check it out, Mark, is a film called Glory Hole. It is it is a Spanish language film about a gentleman who goes into a restroom and is convinced to insert himself into a glory hole. At which point the glory hole gives him a decision. You can either say yes or no, but you have to let me sever your member or the world is going to end.
Then no.
I'm just saying it was one dong to rule them all, or excuse me, to save them all. It was fantastic. It was so well done and so much fun to watch. And I'm gonna kick myself for this, but there was another one we saw in. It was essentially shot like a trailer about a customer service or a barista who was sick of her customers and how they ordered coffee. So she started offing them one by one. It was hysterical. We got to see Michelle Fioropoulos film. That was a really good drama slash horror, psychological horror, I guess. I don't really know how to classify it. It's about a couple's retreat and things go horribly wrong, but it was really well done. She shot it with a few of her friends that have a podcast, and they did it in a weekend. And it was great. It was well thought out. It was well shot. She did a great job directing it. Trying to think of what else. We did see one called Amelia Awakes. It's about a woman who wakes up in this house and she's been tied up and she's got to figure out how to survive. That one had some issues for me, but I mean, beautifully shot, very well acted, but the story was just not cohesive in my opinion. And I'll be doing more in-depth reviews on social media, but I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. But when I tell you this experience was probably the best that I've had so far going to a convention or a film festival, I mean, I really cannot wait to go back next year. So, which is why I messaged you and said, hey, would you consider doing an Indiana trip, Boise trip next year? I've already told Trent that I will be getting a table so that we can do some live stream stuff and talk about the movies while we're watching them. There's trivia, there's a zombie prom, there's some really good food all around there. So it just overall was a great experience. And the best part, you were waiting for me to get to this, weren't you? I got to sit down and ask Linnea Quigley 2 questions.
No way, Jim.
I did. Hey, Jamie, how are you? I did not want them to be the standard.
Was it like, hey, Linnea, I haven't really seen you in anything. Mark showed me one of your movies, but I haven't seen you in anything else. So well, what have you been in? Was
that's not true. That's not true because I'd already seen Night of the Demons. And when I had her autograph a picture for me, I said, I'm not going to lie to you. That lipstick scene really messed me up. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, I watched it. And I'm like, how did they do that? She's like, oh, thank God. Because most people say for the majority of my life, I thought that's how women worked.
That's just such a messed up conversation on both sides.
Isn't it though?
I mean, you didn't know how they did that?
Well,
when did you watch it?
I think I was 9 or 10 years old.
Well, is Karen there? Did Karen sit you down?
No.
Here, look at this
something I watched on HBO late at night.
In her breast, Jim.
No, this was something I watched on HBO while she was asleep. But anyway, I got to sit down. Ryan from Sinister Scripts and David from Sinister Scripts got to ask 2 questions. I got to ask 2 questions. And I didn't want them to be the typical sex pot or, you're known for your body, blah, blah, blah.
Did you say sex pot?
Yes, I did.
What is this, the 1970s?
Shut up.
What the fuck's a sex pot?
But I mean, I just did. I wanted them to be things where I actually had to
So
engage
what
with her.
questions did you ask her, Jim?
The first question that I asked her was there a film or a role that she either lost out on or passed on that she wishes now she would have done? And her legitimate answer was no. There are film roles she really wanted when she auditioned for them, but she's really a believer in the fact that things work out the way they're supposed to. And then I asked her that, I said, horror is cyclical. Themes come back around, vampires, zombies, blah, blah, blah. I said, what would you like to see come back around? And she wants to see alien dinosaurs.
Yep.
So I was honored because I got to sit right next to her and have a conversation. And she was the most gracious celebrity I've ever spoken to.
Do you
She
know?
could not have been more warm and welcoming.
Do you know what's funny? It's like because we're a spooky empire, and my wife came, my stepdaughter, she dressed up as Pyramid Head, and everyone took like a million pictures. But we just go over this Saturday. I'd leave on the Sunday, but we're getting breakfast the next day, and I was all like, "Oh, look, there's David Howard Thornton over there. He's just getting breakfast like a regular person. Like we've been to enough of these fucking things. They're just people. She's
Right.
just getting something to eat." And she was trying to get her daughter to like go over and ask for it. I'm like, "Don't go over and fucking bother him while he's doing like normal person shit."
So I will tell you that I have had two celebrities, and I don't know the catalyst
Lockheed,
for this. No. I'm guessing it was the fact that I was wearing
not
a badge that
restraining
said,
orders.
no,
Oh.
that said press on it, but I have never gotten more dirty looks than I did when they thought I was going to approach them and I didn't.
Yeah, just leave. They're just people. Just leave them the fuck alone. They're
I
getting
did.
breakfast. No, I just mean in general, like people in general.
Oh, yeah.
Just freaking. But I get it. If it's somebody's first convention or whatever, and they go, "Oh, that's cool, that's cool."
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's a little starstruck in their first convention, right?
What it was?
However, did not get starstruck until my fourth convention when I met Brad Dourif. I could not speak to the man. And he tried so hard. He tried to have a conversation with me, and I could just go, mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you leave me alone?" You're like, "Mm-hmm." He's like,
Yeah,
"No, can you
exactly.
really leave me alone? You're
Yeah.
creeping me out, dude."
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, just what I've noticed in the last year or so of conventions.
Sure.
Although there was a good turnout,
Mm-hmm.
I really think that the economy's hitting people because it's not as busy as you would have thought.
That's true.
Paradise and Spooky Empire, big flagship ones. You expect lines at the door, no,
Right.
and and just like talking about conventions in general, going from 10 years ago where it was very much like a fan driven wanting to go say hi to like an actor or director that you just love.
Right.
Now it's such a big business thing. It feels, it doesn't feel, it feels a little weirder now. And there's people
It's
like,
more business now.
it's like, oh, I'll charge $50 if I sign. If it's not personalized, I'll charge you $70. It's this weird symbiotic thing, right? But I understand it. It's like like I get it. People go there to get autographs, not because they like that person or enjoy what they're in, and they just want to meet them and say hi. Now it's, I need to get this Funko Pop signed by this person. I'll go to the JSA authenticator that's right here, get it authenticated, throw it up on eBay.
Didn't you do that with the rubber glove?
What?
Didn't you do that with the rubber glove today? or at Spooky.
What are you
You
talking
posted on on Facebook today
about?
a
Yes.
glove that was signed, and there was a
Yeah.
certificate of authenticity right
No, no,
behind
no,
it.
no, no. That okay. The certificate was those two gloves from Saw 3, which I bought on eBay. So I
Ah, okay,
because
gotcha.
there's
I miss.
and it wasn't so much for the autographs because it was autographed by one of the actresses. It was more about it being a screen used prop. So,
Gotcha.
but
That's the
that's
part
for
I
my
miss.
own collection. That's not to get. You know, and I'm not shaming anybody that's going out there and making a few bucks on this. I'm just
Everybody's
saying,
got to hustle.
like the tone has changed
Hmm.
for me going there in that respect.
Right.
I mean, there's still tons of nerdy fans, and it's a great
Sure.
atmosphere. But yeah,
So additionally, I went to. I think did we already talk about Killer Pride? I'm trying to think if there's September. No, that was September. This was October. So that's the last thing I did was Killer Pride in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is an LGBTQIA safe or focused book event, and I got to meet some of my favorite queer authors, which was amazing. But I also got to meet Mimi Rogers, Missy Pyle. Um, I'm missing somebody. God damn it! Who else did I get a signature from? God, they were so nice. Anyway, um, which again, not as busy as I would have hoped for the authors and the celebrities, but the overall event was phenomenal. The celebrities, at the end of the day, were in the bar drinking and singing karaoke with everybody and just having a good time. And to me, that whole experience and the people that I was with, Jared and Karen, and I met Jason Nicky and got to hang out with him and the author Judith Sonnet, and just hanging out with these people and getting to know them. And then, our buddy Freak was there. Well, you wouldn't know Freak because you bail every time he's on the podcast, but um,
Freak.
Freak,
Who the fuck's Freak?
he is one of our Facebook friends that has been on the podcast 3 times, and you've bailed every single time. I think you owe him an apology.
I'm really, really sorry.
Anyway, I got to meet and hang out with Brendan Paris Sanchez, who we've had on the podcast a few
Mhm.
times. Who else did I get to meet while I was there? Oh, I got to a new to me author, Matt Forget, was there, and he is one of the warmest human beings I've ever met in my life. I got to meet Carrietta Dorsch, who is again new to me. I mean, I know the name, I just hadn't read any of her work. I got several of her books. Who else did I meet? Bert Edmonds, who has a horror word search, which again new to me. I'm trying to think of who else I might have missed. James. Oh God, I don't want to say his last name wrong. Hold on, I got to look him up.
Is it Worcestershire?
No, James G. Carlson. I also got to meet an author. Their name is Royal Poof. Again, new to me. Haven't read any of their work yet, but I will definitely be checking them out in the future. But just the fact that it was a safe space and that everybody felt so, you could really feel a sense of community because everybody's just walking around talking to each other and just enjoying the moment. That I absolutely love it.
So when you say it's a safe space, Jim,
Mhm.
like, what does that mean?
It is a place where people feel 100% enabled to be their true self.
No, but I mean, I think that's like every convention or everything that people
No,
are
I'm not.
going to on purpose.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying this was designed just for that purpose, and they did a phenomenal job pulling it off. That's all. Not saying that any other convention is not a safe space. I'm just saying that that was the whole reason for that convention, and they did an amazing job in pulling that off.
Good for them.
Yes. Also, something that I should be noted is the organization that puts it on is called Scares That Care. They donate $25,000, I believe it is, to 3 different people once a year. There's a burn victim, a domestic violence survivor, and a terminally ill patient. So they do a lot of good. And I actually won a few things in their silent auction, so I was excited about that.
Could they add an extra category of suffering podcast host?
No.
That
See,
maybe
that's where you're a little screwed, Mark, because the gentleman who does a lot of this work, his name is Joe. He actually really likes me.
Yeah, so he's a little mentally challenged too. Is that the safe space you're talking about?
Joe Ripple, I did not say that. That was all Mark. You can feel free to kick him out of any of your events ever.
It would be an unsafe space for me then. Is that what you're saying?
Most places should be.
How's Karen doing?
My mother's doing fine. I'm not even sure she's watching anymore. But anyway, so that was that. I feel like there's one that I missed. No, we already talked about Days of the Dead. And Days of the Dead is not going to Atlanta this year, I think. But I do want to head back up there because I think it'd be great to hang out with our buddies Ryan and David again. There's another big convention there that I can't think of at the moment that I think I'm going to try and get to.
I almost feel like going to conventions for me going forward, I'm probably like, I just have so many autographs right now. I'm running out of space, and it's like getting so expensive now that unless there's like people that I really, really, really like, you've met like Tom Atkins, and I love to meet Tom Atkins, and
why can I never remember his last name? Every time I want to, every time I want to talk about Halloween 3, I'm like, that Tom guy that's deaf. Anyway.
It's like I just feel like it's getting too expensive. I mean, I think prices a couple of years ago kind of hit their high point at maybe like 70 as the average. I think it's gone down a little bit, like 50 is the average now. But I was counting up my autographs. How many autographs do you think I have, Jim?
I'd say upwards of 200.
Not that many. I have 135.
I wasn't too far.
Luckily enough, most of them I got when it wasn't super expensive. But I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, that's like a fucking car.
And there's a lot of room on the walls in your McMansion.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't have an east and a west wing like you do.
I mean, goals, Mark, goals.
Well, I don't know if Trump demolished your east wing recently, but
not recently, not mine.
Okay, anyway. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then do we want to talk about upcoming horror movies or something?
We do. So, guys, we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back. So next up, we're going to be talking about new and upcoming horror movies that we are either A, excited to see or not excited to see. We're going to go both ways. I do want to say for anybody watching us on TikTok, unfortunately, Restream does not allow me to see TikTok comments, but I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for everything you do and for checking us out if you're watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Facebook, you know how to follow me. Most of you guys are already followers of mine, and I appreciate everything. I love every single one of you. can get to meet Tracy Toms. I'm really trying to figure out who I saw other than Missy Pyle and Evil Ed, uh, Stephen Jeffries. That's the other guy that I met. And I actually got him. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. I got him to autograph this caricature that I found at one of the vendors, and he absolutely loved it. Let me see if I can get you to see it. You can't see it very well. And now all kinds of crooked. Oh, what the heck just happened here? There we go. Now I'm not crooked anymore. So those are just some of the people. I have Brad Dourif here. I have Veronica Cartwright here, who is the first autograph I ever got. Tom Atkins here. Dee Wallace here, who I've now met twice, and she is freaking amazing. Stephen Jeffries is there, and I think that's all. Oh, Peter Cowpert here. He was the miner in the original My Bloody Valentine. I think that's all I have hung in this room that's autographed. I do have autographs. I don't know if you can see it, but here from the Trilogy of Terror, that's original artwork by the artist and it's autographed. And I have another artwork done by him as well that is from Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. What are some of the autographs that you guys have, or the pieces you have autographed that you like? We're not going to ask Mark. He's got too many. Right, Mark?
What?
Just say yes.
No.
Okay, you ready to talk about movies?
What's a movie?
Or upcoming horror?
Yeah, I believe you have a list ready.
I do. We already talked about the first thing on the list, which was It, Welcome to Derry. Next up is a movie that I am not at all excited about because I love the original with Rebecca De Mornay and Annabella Sciorra. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. It's the remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle, starring Micah Monroe, who I do not like as an actress.
I do like her.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I do like, and Raul Castillo. I'm not excited about this one at all.
At some point, we have to revisit the whole remakes, requels, sidequels, just this recycling of stuff and these member berries, and
right.
It's just unless you do something interesting with it, why bother?
Were you interested in did you like the original Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was a good psychological thriller.
I mean, it was wasn't Fatal Attraction out around the same time. There was kind of that sort of
there was a I think
psychological
3 or 4 year difference.
There's suburban thrillers that came out.
I want to say one was 86 and one was 89. It's like a 3 or 4 year difference between the two films. But yes, you are right. There was a huge psychological suburban life gets turned upside down thing going on. Next up is Shelby Oaks. I'll be honest. What's that?
So that's directed by YouTube horror critic Chris Stuckman, right?
It is, yes. And one of my buddies, Brian Dole, is one of the producers.
Anyone else you want to name drop?
Not a name drop. He's also an indie author, and he's fantastic.
I'll probably check it out. As far as a horror reviewer, I think he's kind of mid.
Yeah.
I don't.
I will say I'm not.
You don't always have to agree. Certainly, you will never just agree with a critic like me or you, right, or anybody all the way through. I just feel he's very milquetoast as a reviewer. I think,
And that's fair.
but I mean, I've heard fairly good things about this, and I think it's like a found footage
Hmm.
like movie.
I
So
will say you and I have heard polar opposite views because most of the people that I trust to watch films that I'll enjoy did not care for this film.
yeah, I mean, I'm so far behind in movies. Like, God knows when I'll get around to it, but I'll check it
Yeah.
out.
So next up is a movie actually I've not heard about, but I started reading about it today, and it actually sounds quite interesting. It's called Vicious with Dakota Fanning. I'll read you the elevator pitch. A woman spends the night fighting for her existence as she slips down a rabbit hole contained inside a gift from a late night visitor. And I did actually watch the trailer, and it looks like it could be a really good descent into madness type film.
I feel like I haven't seen this or like trailers or heard about it. I kind of feel like with a title like that, you have to deliver something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Dakota
So
Fanning is pretty good. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Before we go on, one that's just released this week is the new Predator movie.
yes, Badlands. I'm excited for that.
I'm in the middle about it.
So okay.
I really enjoyed Prey.
Mm-hmm.
Predator, Killer of Killers, I thought was barely average.
Okay.
This one's PG-13,
Mm-hmm.
which I am not a fan of. I'm not saying it can't be good,
Right.
but I have heard like they're doing a bit of a genre swap to
Yes.
make it more of a sci-fi, fantasy, family-friendly action buddy thing. Um, I feel I'm either going to like buy into this whenever I watch it, or I will just dislike it intensely. I think,
Every
yeah,
everything that you said is giving you concern about this film is exactly why I'm here for it. If it's executed well, this could be a great way to reinvent the franchise and to bring a different type of audience into it. I'm super excited with the fact that we now get to see the Predator outside of Earth.
I'm just worried that they're going to humanize the predator and have, um,
Elle Fanning.
the Elle Fanning as the comedy sidekick. I don't know if
Okay.
that's what it's going to be, but that's kind of what the trailers lead to. And I understand where you could say it's a PG-13 because I don't know if it looks like there's humans in it, but maybe they're androids or whatever. Um,
They are cyborgs or androids or
and
whatever.
it's just the alien, kind of like Avatar or something, killing mythical beasts with yellow blood or something. I I just don't I just don't want it to get too far away from what made the original Predator and Predator 2 such great movies. And that doesn't mean you have to like they kind of did the same thing a little bit in Predators, right? They
Hmm.
swapped it up. They still made it like a jungle kind of thing, but it was humans on a different planet. There was different kind of animals and stuff around, but that PG-13 thing just it was the same. I remember when they said Alien versus Predator PG-13. I'm like,
Right.
that's not a good sign.
No, I agree.
But we'll see. We'll
So
see. I don't.
next up,
I don't think I'll go to the movies to see it, but
right. I probably won't either, to be honest. But next up is a series that I know you're a fan of. So I'm curious if you've seen it yet. VHS Halloween.
I have. I haven't. Did I start watching that? No, I didn't. I was going to start watching it at one point, and then it was like 2 hours or something. So I'm like, oh, my ADHD is too bad. No, I'll get around to it because I dug the last couple
Yep.
after being kind of meh about some before it. So have you seen it?
I've not. I've only ever seen VHS 85.
Watch VHS 2.
You know, I'm not a fan of found footage, right?
VHS 2, I've said it before, is, I think, one of my favorite horror anthology movies ever. I think, apart from the last segment, which was kind of the other ones I thought were great.
Fair enough. Next up is a movie I actually have seen. That's Hell House LLC Lineage. Have you seen any of the Hell House movies?
I've seen all of them up till now.
And are you a fan?
I've liked the first two quite a lot. The one after that I thought was freaking crap.
I've only seen Hell House 2. Again, not a found footage fan, and I was just not sold on it. Hell House Lineage, though, I thought did something really interesting where it's not a found footage film.
Okay.
And I thought it was interesting, but I feel like I lost something in the fact that it weaves all of the other stories together and ties them up into one cohesive narrative.
Yeah. If you've
But
only seen two before it, yeah, you're gonna be
right, yeah,
confused.
I was a bit lost. So
And the jump, so that's happened a couple of times, right? A jump from found footage into just like a straight movie. I'm thinking Blair Witch Project 2 did that, right?
mhm,
Hated that movie.
I loved it.
Rec 3 did that. Hated
Okay.
that movie. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the difference. It's
Oh,
probably the filming style. It just happened to be.
not to sidetrack us, Mark, but I need to speak to you about something that happened to me when I was at Horror at the Ohio.
Do I need to call a counselor or anything?
No, I was presented with a gift from our buddies Ryan and David at Sinister Scripts podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's a t-shirt and it's got the logo for Dexter, the first season, on it,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 different pictures of Deb.
That is fantastic. Why aren't you wearing it right now?
Because
Because you've been wearing it every day, and today
I
is
sleep
the
in the
day
shirt
it needed to get
nightly.
washed.
Yes. Yep. Hello, Luis. Yes, I have been sleeping in that shirt nightly, and I've gotten the worst sleep of my life since I've started wearing it. And I had to tell you just because Ryan was so hoping you'd get a kick out of it.
I think that's amazing.
I knew you would.
I think that's amazing. Where's my picture of her? Jim, I know it's a favorite of yours.
It's creepy. The fact that they were playing brother and sister and sleeping together was so weird.
You never even saw that. What are you talking about?
Anyway, so
You
next
just
up,
heard
Mark,
about it.
next up
What?
we have a movie that I'm kind of excited about, at least from a visual perspective, and that's Guillermo. God, I cannot speak.
Guillermo del
Guillermo
Toro.
del Toro's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yes.
What are your thoughts?
So apparently it's sticking pretty close to the book. But so did the as far as I know, I've never read the book, but the Robert De Niro one
Mm-hmm.
stuck pretty close to the book. It's Del Toro. It's a passion project for him.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there. I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah, visually it's going to be beautiful no matter what.
You know, I really, 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 really wished that he had got to make at the Mountains of Madness that he wanted to do a number of years ago, the Lovecraft story.
Hey, Mark,
And you know that was a big passion project for him too. But
I have to tell you
I'd rather
something.
watch that than another Frankenstein movie, even if it's good.
I have to tell you something that's going to hurt my soul. You ready?
You love Jennifer Carpenter.
No.
Is it
Louise
about Sherry
said
Moon Zombie?
no.
Hmm.
Our buddy Louise says that he loves your studio.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway,
Why does that hurt your
um,
soul? Look,
because I have to compliment you.
I got all my stuff up. Lots and lots of
But
stuff.
there is something else I need to admit to you. After I got that T-shirt, I watched a movie,
Mm-hmm.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, fantastic.
Did
Scott
not hate it.
Derrickson. Huh?
Did not hate it. Did not hate it.
Yeah, because it's really good.
Anyway, I'm trying to bare my soul to you, Mark, and I'm getting nothing from you.
What do you want?
Anyway, we already talked about the next one, which is Badlands. After that is the next Osgood Perkins film with Tatiana Maslany, who she can do no wrong, and that is Keeper.
I've only seen her in She-Hulk, and I thought she was great in it.
You need to watch Orphan Black.
Yeah. Do you think that's going to happen, Jim?
I think you should watch a few episodes, maybe not the whole series because it's like 6 seasons, but this woman plays multiple roles with such finesse that it's like it's child's play to her. It's ridiculous.
So it's like she's like a Sherry Moon Zombie. Or Jennifer Carpenter. I mean, take your pick.
I don't
Jim,
know.
I honestly didn't know if you were like your internet froze. It was like
No, that was just me. No, that was just me. I've not heard of this one, but I just can't with FKA Twigs. That name bothers the shit out of me. I will not see this.
FKA Twigs.
That's her name. She was in the Crow remake with Bill
So it's
Skarsgård.
her name you don't like.
Yes.
So you're not looking forward to it because of her name.
No, I'm just saying I can't take it seriously. But The Carpenter's Son with Nicolas Cage. Anything? Thoughts?
Not. I think I've heard of it. So Nicolas Cage is such a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of you don't know which Nicolas Cage you're going to get. Well, you know what you're going to get, but you don't know the quality of the film.
That's true.
So
That's absolutely true. This one I've not heard of before. It's supposed to be coming out this month. Indecipherable. A boy finds himself alone, trapped inside his house at night as the world outside vanishes into darkness.
Let's hope it's not a Skinamarink. That sounds like a Skinamarink thing. Or what's that other one? Where it's that the one you recommended, where they're stuck in the house and they start to go crazy because there's like aliens outside.
I recommended that?
Yeah, no, it's the one where they have like the TV program comes on and says,
"Oh, we'll wait further instructions."
Yeah, that's the one. That's kind of that same concept, right?
No.
No.
So next we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
FNAF 2?
FNAF 2.
Haven't even seen FNAF 1.
It's all right. I mean, it's entry level kids horror, so it is what it is.
I remember trying to play that game like a long time ago. I'm like, I don't even understand the game.
Yeah, same.
It's like security cameras. Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Sigourney Weaver has a new movie coming out, set to release in December. An 8-year-old girl asks her scheming neighbor for help in killing the monster under her bed that she thinks ate her family.
Is
David
it
Dastmalchian, Sigourney Weaver, and Mads Mikkelsen. That is a stacked freaking cast,
wow?
my friend. Directed by Brian Fuller.
I almost feel it could be like Mads Mikkelsen just hiding under the. He's just crawling out from under the.
Yeah.
With like a big bottle of vodka, just sipping on it, and then just goes back in.
Okay.
What do you think about Sigourney Weaver potentially doing another Alien movie?
So I watched that interview where she talked about it, and if it is the way if it's twisted the way she says it is, right, where you're not getting Ripley coming back and fighting and being the badass, you're getting a hardened woman sitting in a jail cell. I think that is a natural progression for that character based on all the shit she's been through. So I would give it a shot.
I would be like, fuck no, don't fucking do it. Love Sigourney. You're going to be Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Kills. Don't fucking do it. I mean, get the paycheck, sure, and release it, whatever. But you're going to fucking, unless it's some work of genius, the Alien universe is so fucked up right now that we don't need to be throwing Sigourney back into it just for it to be like, oh, look, Ripley's back in it, which again, it's like the new Halloween ones. I don't know though. Okay. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the best Alien movie ever, but
maybe
not the way. Honestly, not the way that these fucking franchises have been coming back and putting their like recognizable stars back in it. Oh, good, Jim's gone. Yeah, so now
I'm still here.
Oh shit. Hey, Karen.
She's not watching anymore. Anyway,
so stop doing these member berries and like let the character just like fucking die. It's like if I swear to God, it would not surprise me if they're like, oh, we're going to do another Terminator movie. Let's bring Arnie back. Like, don't stop it.
Fair enough. What about the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake?
Another one?
Yes.
So this will be
supposed to be a Grindhouse style picture.
So this will be a second Silent Night, Deadly Night remake.
Rowan Campbell will be playing the titular character.
Why do I know that name? Is that the guy from Halloween?
Yes, Corey.
I'm sorry, but that dude's like ruined for me from that movie. And I know he was in what was that one recently with the long hair? Oh, The Monkey.
Oh, right.
But you couldn't even recognize. Like, if I see that dude's face, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be like this fucking Weasley wimp. Like, just... Anyway, I don't know. Again, why are you doing this? Like, well, I know why they're doing it because they're trying to make money, but what else can you bring to the table again?
Right.
Like, I swear to God, like the last good remake that brought something new was probably like Suspiria. I'm trying to think if there was something else that came out after that. You may not like the movie, but it did something that took the original and did something interesting with it. It wasn't just...
Fair enough. Okay, so next up is the remake of Anaconda with Jack Black.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
so
it's about the... What is it? It's about what? But like the making of Anaconda, or something, right? I mean,
so It's three. It's friends going into the jungle to remake
Like
Anaconda.
Anaconda, right?
Yes. And I'll be honest, I'm here for the slapstick comedy if that's the way they're going with it.
It, so it's weird because like the original Anaconda is so like dumb, like it's almost hard to parody.
Fair enough.
It's like doing a movie about remaking Troll 2, or like it might work, but the original is already like goofy enough.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be okay.
So next up we have We Bury the Dead.
That is true. Unless we
Zombies
create them.
zombies actually go on the hunt for humans.
Don't they always?
No, they're not just looking for humans that they stumble upon, they're hunting them actively.
So it's more like, so it sounds like Return of the Living Dead zombies, or
Kinda.
even like the Crazies, where
Yep.
they're. And who's directing it?
Zach Hilditch,
I don't know.
but it's starring Daisy Ridley, Mark Cole Smith, and Brenton Thwaites.
I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, God. I'm so sick of these freaking AI robot movies. Next up is Soulmate. A man acquires an artificially intelligent android to cope with the loss of his wife. In an attempt to create a truly sentient partner, he inadvertently turns a harmless love bot into a deadly soulmate.
A harmless love bot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it's Deadly Friend again, right?
Kinda, yeah. So then we have Primate. A group of friends' tropical vacation turns into a terrifying primal tale of horror and survival. Johannes Roberts is directing, and Johnny Sequoia and Troy Kotsur and Jessica Alexander star. I know nothing about this one.
I take it they're being attacked by apes like Congo.
I don't know. This is a good cast. Justin Long and Dermot Mulroney in Night Patrol. An LA cop discovers a local task force is hiding a secret that puts the residents of his childhood neighborhood in danger. It could be a good comedy that I'll watch on streaming. Then we have 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
I still have to watch 20 years later. That's how far back I am.
Fair enough. Then we have Return to Silent Hill.
With the same director as the first one.
Christoph Jans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see it because I did like the one with Rhoda Mitchell.
Yep, that's the first one.
So I'm interested to see. Yep, I'm interested to see it. We're getting another Dracula by Luc Besson.
Luc Besson? Wow.
Luc Besson is the director, yeah. We then have Send Help, which looks like so much fun. It's a Sam Raimi film. Dylan O'Brien, Rachel McAdams.
Hang on, you say it's Sam
Dylan
Raimi.
O'Brien is like the boss.
Is Sam Raimi directing it?
He is the director. Yeah. Yes. So Dylan O'Brien is the boss from Hell. Rachel McAdams is his underling, and they're in a plane crash, and they're the only two survivors.
I'm always here for Sam Raimi.
So I'm excited. This looks like a lot of fun. Then we have
there's that
Whistle,
Evil Dead Burn, right? That's coming out next year, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Then we also have the Ready or Not sequel, I loved Ready or Not. Yep,
Yep.
Evil Dead Burn is in July of 26. Then we have what was the other one that I was just looking at? Did you watch the trailer for Scream 7?
I have no interest in Scream, Jim. You know this.
So I'm going to say the same thing I've said every single time. Nev Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, has not developed a single iota since Scream 3. If something dramatic does not change with Sidney Prescott, this movie's a waste, and I have no desire.
I think the last Scream.
But I am excited. What's that?
No, I was saying I think the last
I was going to say
movie I
I am
saw was 3. It's like I'm not interested.
So I will say I'm excited for Kevin Williamson to be in the director's chair.
What else has he directed?
Mark, that's all I got.
But what else has he directed?
Hold on a second. I will pull it up. Director.
Did he do the one like
teaching Mrs. Tingle?
The what?
No. He may have written it, but he did not direct it. He directed Teaching Mrs. Tingle in 1999. Most of what he's known for is writing.
Yeah. I wonder if they're like, hey, we want to do another Scream movie, and we kind of want you back because people know
Wes Craven's dead.
And he's like, well, I'll do it, but I want to direct it.
I don't know. I think he could capture a lot of the brains if he's true to his writing. Because that was the genius of Scream, right? Is it didn't take. Well, I love Teaching Mrs. Tingle. Like, that was a fun film. But I especially like the way that he approaches the whole meta thing. And given that he was the co-writer with Wes Craven on the Scream films, I think it was a good choice to try it because, to be honest, Scream's getting to be exhausting.
I don't like the meta thing in Scream at all. I think it's been done way better in different movies even before it.
Such as The New Nightmare?
Which, yeah. Oh, good. He's gone. Whoop, whoop.
Still here.
Shit.
But anyway, Mark, that's all I got.
I'm sorry, but maybe because I'm a fucking horror nerd, and them just spelling it out in a movie, I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
That's fair.
It didn't. It's a slasher,
Yep.
But a good writer does not make a good director.
That's true. But again, I did like his other film, Teaching Mrs. Tingle, that he directed.
Never seen it.
Anyway, Mark, that's all I got. I do want to say, if anybody's still watching on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, please, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Yeah. If anybody wants to come on to do trivia night, bastards, then do the other trivia night.
I have somebody that might be able to give you a run for your money, but I have to set it up.
Yeah, you said that somebody wants to challenge me. Wow. Yes. Wow.
Jamie. But anyway, Mark, say good night to everybody.
Good night to everybody.